Good afternoon. Today is Friday, October 9th, and it's been a week. Well, it's been a crazy 8 or 9 months, but that's beside the point. Tuesday around 5:30 in the morning, I woke up to one of the smoke alarms beeping. The battery was dying. It was the one in my old craft room, so that was my alarm clock that day, and it did stop around 1:30 in the afternoon, and I was trying to figure out what to do about it because I don't have a ladder, and even if I did, I wouldn't be climbing up there. I'm not that great with heights. I know I could have asked my neighbor who helped me put up the um, furnace filters, but I didn't know if he had a ladder that high because it's really up there, and I also wanted the other smoke detector's battery changed, and that's even in my old bedroom, and that's even higher than the one in the craft room. So I didn't know if he had a ladder that high, and I also didn't want to take a chance what happens if he fell. That would, God forbid, that would be on my shoulders. So I didn't want that. And I could have asked somebody from my bereavement group, but again, same reasoning. So, um, yeah, I stayed home Tuesday, and Wednesday morning, around 3:30 in the morning, it started beeping again. I got up, but this time I did fall back to sleep. I don't know how, because it was still beeping all morning. And I got up around 8 only because the phone rang. And it did stop later in the afternoon. And I did post on Facebook about it on Wednesday. And a cousin and somebody else commented on Instagram when I posted a story on it to call the fire department. So I did. Well, I looked online, their number, for, info about it, and I called. And surprisingly, they don't do that. I don't know why, especially because this week is Fire Prevention Week. So he did give me a couple numbers. One was to he didn't know the name. I did call that one second, and I just got a voicemail, and I never called back. And the second one, which is why I called first, and I heard of the name before because I think somebody gave my mom the name and number to the place. It's called Helping Hands, and they do stuff for. Anyway, I called that number and listened to the menu recording, and I'm like, I don't know if I can use them because they're for seniors 60 years old and older. And one of the things they do is help seniors do stuff around the house, like change the furnace filters, change the batteries and the smoke detectors, anything they need around the house they can do. That's one of the things this place does. But I'm not 60. I'm not anywhere near 60. I mean, less than a month. I'm going to be 45 next month. So yeah, I could have still been on the phone and gotten through and pleaded my case, but I didn't know. They probably would have said sorry, no. And later that night, before going to bed, I looked in the filing cabinet because I know my mom used a couple of handymen from the time we moved here. I mean, when we lived here. And luckily there was like receipts of this one place she used when we first moved here to hang up pictures and odds and ends after we moved in. So I put the folder in on the table here in the living room by the laptop so I could look it up later and the next day, yesterday. And I went to bed early, like 9:45. I know, but it's been so boring. I mean, it's just me here. There was nothing good on TV and nothing else to do, and I knew it was probably going to start beeping again early in the morning. So I wanted to, try to get some sleep. So I went to bed, and around 15 minutes later, the stupid smoke alarm was beeping at 10:15. I had the door closed to the craft room, but you can still hear it. The master bedroom's like right next to the craft room. Well, all the bedrooms are right close to each other. But somehow I did fall asleep off and on Wednesday night. And yesterday I got up, got dressed, and came in here and looked up the handyman place to see what time they opened and everything. And they opened at 7, so I called, and at first I didn't think they would come out because it's such a small job to change 2 batteries. And I knew, I didn't know how much it was going to cost, but for such a little job, kind of wished I had more things to do for get that money's worth. But I really didn't have anything to do other than the smoke detector. So I asked if they can do it. She said, "Yeah, we can do it. Even though it's a small job." And she asked what area I'm in, and I told her, and there was somebody out this way that morning. So she took my name and number down so she could call him and then call me back and see if he was able to come, and he could, thankfully. So he came out, and maybe he was here 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops, and changed the light bulbs. I mean, not light bulbs, batteries in the smoke detector. And it was pretty pricey because it was a flat rate, and he felt bad telling me how much it is because, like I said, he wasn't here that long. It was like $109, and that's a little much for me. But what was I gonna do? He did give me a coupon for like the next time I needed them to come out, but still, it's like big whoop. Wouldn't be still a lot of money. So it was nice and quiet yesterday, though there was a couple times I thought I heard a couple beeps, but that was like in my head. And I did post, like I said, stories about it last Wednesday night when it started beeping, and then after he left, I posted a little story afterwards about it, and posted on Facebook. And I know there's a couple people locally that my parents knew. Well, my dad knew. One of them, he said, yeah, I think it was the other day, that he would have came out to help, but his ladder wasn't that high enough. And he told me, he said that he told my dad when we first moved here to get the 10-year smoke alarm, because once it's 10 years, it's dead, and you have to get a new one. We haven't been here for 10 years anyway, so. But so yeah, he would have came out, and then a friend of his from, I think, high school commented, and I didn't read hers, but I think it basically said, you should have, contacted me, us, and we could have, come out. It's, being by my, I'm an only child, and it's kind of hard for me to ask for help like that from people. It took me a while to get the gumption to, one, I am shy, but it's just, and like I said, it's like I'm used to doing things myself for being an only child. So, because it took me a while to ask my neighbor to help me with the filters. So, yeah. And let's see, Wednesday, I went to Walgreens because I wanted to get more Allegra D because my allergies were bothering me Tuesday and Wednesday. Stuffy nose, scratchy throat. At first I was like, oh no, it's, COVID, but I knew it was allergies. So yeah, I did that. I was hoping to get the flu shot because when they first got the flu vaccine at Walgreens, when I was there the first 2 times, they asked me if I wanted a flu shot, and I said no because it's too early because they say to get it like around this time. So I was gonna wait. But this time and the time before, I think at the end of September, they never asked. Of course, I should have asked if I can get a flu shot, but I didn't, and they didn't ask, so I didn't get one yet. I will. I haven't gotten a flu shot in like forever, but this time with COVID, I think I should. So after getting the Allegra D, I went across the street to the 99-cent store. I got 2 3-way light bulbs. I could have gotten more, but I wanted to try them, so I just got 2. And then I went to Michael's because when the Halloween decorations first came out, there was one thing that I wanted to get, but I didn't want to pay the price. So I thought I will wait. And of course now, because I looked a couple times online and it's sold out at the store I go to. But I went there anyway just to look around, and yeah, it was sold out, and they didn't have much good decorations left. I don't. Everybody's decorating for Halloween now. So yeah, I didn't buy anything there, thankfully. Their clearance section is a lot nicer. It's clean. They cleaned it up much better because the last few times I was there, it was a hot mess. But from there, I walked back over to Windy City Beef and Dog and got an Italian beef to take home for lunch that day. And I didn't eat any dinner because that's filling. And so that was Wednesday. Thursday, yesterday, I had ordered McDonald's from Uber Eats. I haven't had that in like forever. Because usually if I go to the bank I sometimes go to McDonald's to eat lunch, and then I go to Target. But since the COVID's been happening, I haven't done that. So I had that, and I really didn't feel like cooking. I haven't felt like cooking or anything like for a while. I mean, I'm hungry and I eat, but I have to force myself to cook sometimes. But I did take out the ravioli that I got at Trader Joe's. So I was going to have that yesterday, but it was still frozen. So I'll have that tonight. And I also took out chicken to make my Chinese chicken for the weekend because that was still frozen. I did look at it this afternoon, and it's still a little frozen, so it's fine. So I'll make that for the weekend. That should last me for a couple meals over the weekend. So that, and yeah, I've been in a mood lately throughout this on and off the quarantine, and it's the self-isolation and stuff is getting to me. I didn't think I would, being an only child, I'm used to being by myself and stuff. Granted, I have my parents, I have my mom, and it's all that. But now, it's not. It's rough. Yeah, I do go out, but to the grocery store or Walgreens, places I need to go, not to just go. You know what I mean? So last Saturday, I did go out to friends from the group. It was just 4 of us. So yeah, and when she called me Tuesday to invite me over to their house, and she goes, you could call us too. You don't have to wait for us to call you. And I'm like, I know, but like I said, I'm not used to that. I mean, you know, I didn't think I would need people so much, you know, but I think, you know, I do. So, like I said, I've been in a mood, and I haven't been pressuring myself to art because, like I've said time and time again, you know, I used to art every day till my mom got sick. Well, until she fell 2 years ago, and you know, I had to be there for her when she needed me. So I didn't want to get my hands dirty, so that's why I did diamond painting. I miss that. I miss diamond painting. Haven't gotten a canvas in a while. But anyway, yesterday and this morning I did some pages in the atlas. These, you know, I took out pages in here, and then I jelly plated on the pages that I took out, and then I've been using the pages in the book to brayer off the extra paint. So that's like my back, you know, my starting point. So I did this page, just magazine image, something from the mail when I was getting like garden catalogs. And then the two sentiments are from a day by day calendar last year. I didn't get any this year because I didn't really go to Barnes and Noble when the calendars and stuff were on sale. And this was supposed to be a 2-page spread, but I liked how she looked next to that image. I mean, the sentiment. And this I got off of Facebook. And I took pictures, so if you go to my Instagram, they're there. And also on my Facebook artist page, it's in there. And then while I was looking for images for the 2 pages I showed, I found 2 magazine images that I wanted to use just as the whole thing, as a collage. I haven't done that in like forever either. So this is the first one. And the teddy bear and the car, I used Neocolor 2s. And the sentiment I got off of Pinterest. Like I said, I've been in a mood. And then the other one is simple. Well, they're both simple, but this one is way simple. And the lyrics are from Let It Be by the Beatles. And then when I trimmed the magazine pages to fit in the book, there left a gap around the page. So I just took craft paint and painted out the edges. So yeah, that's what I did. And I've been on Pinterest a lot the last couple days, just looking at quotes, well, and saving them on Pinterest. And then yesterday, I took some of them and saved them to the desktop and printed them off. There's the one I used. And just printed them off so I can use on journal pages or whatever. And what else? What else? So yeah, I know I need to be around people, but around, you know, what's going on, it's kind of hard because you don't want to get sick, you don't want to get them sick, you know, and I want to date, but now's not the time to find somebody to date because you can't really go out and stuff. So, well, you can, but you know, it's just difficult. And I never thought, like I said, I never thought I would want to be around people because a lot of times, like when I go shopping and I'm like gripping the cart because of people. But yeah, it's like really hard. That's why I don't say self-quarantine. I say self-isolation. And I know I should talk to the doctor about it. I kept meaning to the last couple times I was there, but I was there for other issues. I know, I think like one time he asked me how I was doing, and I never came out and say it. I just said bored, and he's like, well, we're all, bored, but I'm like, I should have said more. Not that he was able to do anything, give me anything, because I don't know if I want to take anything about it. But, it's just hard. So, yesterday after I ordered lunch, I said I wasn't going to order anything from Uber Eats or Amazon or whatever till later, because next week's Prime Day, the 13th and 14th. So, kind of wanted to wait to see what they had during that. I was kind of looking this morning at paintbrushes because I was looking for a glue brush, and I didn't have many brushes I can use for a glue brush, so I was looking on Amazon for that, and I saved a couple things, but I never ordered them. Instead, I ordered, because it's New York Comic Con, well, virtually, and last month I think Funko, released their Pops. They're for exclusives for New York Comic Con, and one of them there's there's some that I want, but the one I really wanted and ordered was from Amazon, and it's a 6-inch Bezic Funko Pop from Princess Bride, because I have the three um, from the release a couple of years ago, I want to say. Princess Buttercup, Wesley, and Inigo Montoya. So I got those, so I wanted that to be with the set. And it was a little much because it's the exclusive, it's Comic Con. The normal size Pops on Funko, the three other ones that they have on Amazon. Because it's exclusive, it's 15, and Fezzik, because he's bigger, he's $5 more, so 20. And I'm looking at the price, and for a minute I'm like, do I really want it? And then I remembered I had about $10 in cash back from Discover. So basically it was half off. And then there was like $1 or something for taxes. So it was like $11, which isn't bad. So I ordered it, and it'll be here tomorrow. So yeah, no, I'm gonna really try to be good. But there's some places I need to go, like DEfult, the grocery store, the bank. Um, you know, I'm gonna try to be good, but you know how that goes, especially when you're in moods. I don't go crazy when I'm in a mood shopping, but try to cheer yourself up and buy a little something. But you don't want to. I'm babbling now, but so pay no attention. I really need to get a haircut. That's for sure. But anyway, I think that's about it for right now. So see you guys later.